Hey everybody, it's Rob here, and we're back with yet another severe weather update as the Storm Prediction Center has issued an enhanced risk for severe weather across northern Arkansas, including a 10% hatched risk for long track, strong tornadoes. We've got a lot to talk about, so I don't want to keep you waiting any longer. Let's get right into the weather models. First, we're going to check out the Storm Prediction Center's Day 1 outlook. Again, this is our enhanced risk and a very large slight risk spanning all the way from southeast Oklahoma, northeast Texas, all the way to the southwest part of Ohio. And we can see our tornado risk basically encompasses that very same zone, along with a 10% hatched risk. Now, a hatched risk is a risk that indicates the chance of strong, long track tornadoes, and we saw a couple of those yesterday in Iowa. Very sadly, multiple people have lost their lives in that one, so please keep those families in your thoughts and prayers, and pray that everybody today stays safe as well, because the weather is going to remain very volatile. We're gonna go ahead and check out what is causing this severe weather, and that is because we're getting another low pressure system, another atmospheric trough that is going to be dipping down. And you can see this low pressure system right here where the winds change direction, basically circle this one spot. And what this is going to cause is going to cause a 40 to 50 knot low level jet to span across a majority of Arkansas. And you can see that low level jet is nearing 60 knots here as we get into the evening hours, and that lower level jet will continue to increase. By this time, the low level jet will be shearing out to a degree, so we will lose some more of those tornado chances, as this is going to be more of a linear system at this point. However, earlier on, whenever you have these southerly winds right here, you're going to have very, very good photographs for producing tornadoes. So we're looking at the HRRR model, which is our high resolution rapid refresh model. So this gives us a high resolution picture of what could be happening later today. You can see we got a couple individual cells firing here, and that's one thing that the Storm Prediction Center noted, is that there seemed to be a pretty good chance, also similar to yesterday, that we would have discrete supercells starting off earlier on, and then they would grow upscale into more of a linear system capable of producing spin-ups as we get into the overnight hours. But we can see any storm that fires in this environment is going to have a very chance of producing a tornado, and if it is discrete enough, it will have a chance of producing a strong tornado. And here we are looking at a sounding. This is from central Arkansas. We can see a nice low level curvature in that photograph. That's resulting in storm relative felicity in the 0 to 1 kilometer of 165, which is more than supportive for tornadoes. We've got 1000 Cape right here. It's relatively skinny Cape. However, it shouldn't be as much of a limiting factor here today. We're going to look at some of the storms that fire off here farther to the southwest. And these storms should actually have a little bit more Cape and slightly higher storm relative felicity, because our directional shear is a little bit better down here. So this is the zone that we're mainly concerned about. In the hours from, I believe, from about 3 to 9 p.m. probably is our chances of seeing tornadoes. Definitely the chances are very high from around 3 to 5 p.m. Central Time here, and then will gradually decrease from there on out as the storms become more of a linear system. But one thing that's really important to look at this photograph is you can see the more ticks we have on the wind barbs here, the faster the winds are going. So we have very fast winds that are turning with height, and whenever you get that, you get an updraft in that environment that causes the rotation. A supercell is born, and then if storms get rooted down to the surface, that rotation can get stretched and pulled down to the surface very easily in some of these. So again, this is about 3 o'clock here. There's already some minor convection forming in Arkansas. It's about noon right now as I'm going to be uploading this. So you can see that very quickly this becomes a linear sort of QLCS squall line that is going to be making its way through. This is running in towards midnight into the overnight hours. You do have the models showing some of these prefrontals firing here in Kentucky. These will also have a slight tornado chance, given the fact that they're in an environment all on their own. You can almost see they have a little bit of a curvature just on the HERS modeling there. So they quickly get absorbed into the line, and you can see this line becomes a little bit less robust, and then kind of recovers a little bit, especially on the southern end, as we move into tomorrow, Monday, where more severe weather will be in place across West Virginia, eastern Kentucky, eastern Tennessee, down through Alabama. But the tornado risk looks fairly marginal, as this is going to be a messy linear storm mode, not really conducive to those supercells that just track tornadoes. Like we saw one specific supercell track for, it was almost 200 miles in producing tornadoes. So yeah, so that's what we're looking at for today. I don't really have too much else to fill you guys in on. I will have a video discussing the upcoming polar vortex that we're going to have, because it's going to really shut down our severe weather chances, and we'll probably usher in the chance of a couple winter storms as well for March for parts of the Midwest. So we will have to see what the medium to long range models are showing in that regard. But it looks like after these couple rounds of severe weather, we will have some quiet periods, and then at some point the activity will return again. So just note that if you live in Arkansas, know somebody that lives in Arkansas, definitely any storms that fire out here that are discrete have the chance of not only producing a couple tornadoes, but multiple longer track tornadoes. And they could do tornadoes like that can do serious damage. So please, everybody, stay safe out there. That's all I have for you today. So peace out.